And next thing I want to talk about is place our camera from the certain point of view, and which is we wanted to creating a camera which is giving us a structure of the composition, but it's very important to start from a certain point, which is maybe it's from some character or some person inside this environment. Some person we want to have a certain camera that can make sense to the audience. And also, I was downloading this character from the Maximum, Adobe Maximum, and I think this this could be a uh, good way to start it, which is have a character inside. It can giving a sense of scale, and at the same time, our camera going to follow, this character, and his name is Pete. He had a dream. He want to be a cyberpunk. He want to be a cyberpunk, and yeah, he's going to walk in the city and chasing his dream to becoming a cyberpunk. And yeah, this is we need to make sure our camera angle didn't coming from a point like like you kind of difficult to get where our eye level is or who we are looking for, or basically the intention of this angle. So if we are looking at the one of the good way to creating this kind of effect, which is we directly creating some kind of foreground, so our audience can get and reading the frame better. They can get idea that, oh, okay, we are stepping into some kind of second floor and looking at another second floor. And if it would be even better to if we have a character on top of it. Also, let's adding a camera. Don't forget to turn on this camera to view so we can navigation while control the camera. And also I was making our clipping more wilder, longer clipping, and to push the home button so we can have a full screen of our camera. And yeah, see, as you can see that there's something I would do, which is try to looking for the place that easier to read for the audience. Um, yeah, next is I tried to control the focal length. I usually using the wide angle. The angle that can. So the first thing is like this kind of wide angle camera lens can. Well, you can using very different lens. From I think 50 to 35 or something. But I using 20 is like somewhere in between. Wide angle lens is easier to bring more information to the scene, but and also very importantly, I think because the key takeaway for this is try to think about the point of view, which is which point we start with, and the wide angle lenses is a bit closer to what human eye would see. So we try to deliver the feeling of a guy or a certain human to look at, and give and also creating a very good linear perspective. Of course, sometimes if it is too extreme, that could be ruin the perspective. Oh, sorry, not ruin, but it's out of view. I think it's called out of view, which is something not gonna be seen by a human eye. But the effect not gonna be seen by human eye is not necessarily means that's a bad angle. For example, telephoto lens. I mean, our eye is not telephoto lens, but when we see the lenses creating by telephoto lens, we don't feel weird. And also, I think that's kind of weird, but who knows? Yeah, let's play a guy. Let's place our piece on the second floor, and we got better idea of you know what's the point of view. Like we start from maybe Pete's point and observing the information, observing this environment surrounding us. And yeah, of course, it's not always we need to do this, because in some, for example, more of experimental film and more movie, um, you can have a very abstract and some kind of camera angle that a bit difficult to read. It's totally okay. Just but of course, for now, our goal is to creating a sort of establishing shot. and also it's kind of for commercial projects. So it is focused on deliver information for the audience, and the kind of information is kind of like a popcorn information. And yes, you can see start from a bit above pit or a bit lower than pit, but we are taking pit as a central point of our camera angle, and also we are hoping the audience can read and understanding what pit want to go, want to do, and follow the pit to chasing his dream to become a cyberpunk. And yeah, we got a lot of interesting elements we may using later. So yeah, this is a kind of takeaway, which is we got our dude, our guy, our hero, and I got our horizontal line, and we got our camera. And yeah, we are we need to place our camera inside the position where makes sense to the audience. It's like okay, is this a camera angle that relate to human height? And talk about human height. It's like you see that there's a lot of content inside the build environment, and if we changing the height of this structure, it's going to dramatically make the scene look different. Oh, forgot to turn out the X-ray again. Yeah, as you can see, the previously it's like a simple fence, but now it's like a almost like a jail, or something. It's like trap the previously it's like a placeholder or like reminder, but now it's like a thing trap the walk people, or maybe this is some kind of hologram from sci-fi world, and there's some sign on top of it. So as you can see, the proportion is going dramatically changing the feeling of the certain things look, and we wanted to make sure very we need to be very clear about those things that interact with human scale, such as steroids, fans, or handle anything that relate to human. Also, that's why we need make sure our camera angle is related to the you know human scale too, because camera angle, which is the whole picture, the composition of the whole picture, it is another very important factor relate to the human scale. And as you can see, we got some payphone. As you can see, if we put this payphone a lot bigger, it's going to be entirely not look like a telephone. But of course, it still could be a cool sci-fi element. But just we well lost the feeling of what it is. So yeah, camera angle and the humans anything related to human scale, like something like how high as a one floor it is, all those things. We need to make sure they are cohesive and nature, and they are all relate to the human scale, relate to the human. We need to make sure then uh, readable and easy to understanding. Yeah, that's pretty much it.